The auditori are not dead! I'm still here! Me! Ezio! Ezio Auditore!
Hello, I'd like to welcome you to my Assassin's Creed 2 review / retrospective. Well, let's begin. The game was released in 2009. It's a sequel to Assassin's Creed where you play as Ezio Auditore. Now, Ezio himself is a charismatic, charming character who has a big ego at first in the beginning of the game, thinks nothing bad can happen to him, thinks he's perfectly fine, nothing bad will ever happen. And then he eventually learns how to control his emotions and learn how to put his ego aside. I'm going to talk a little bit about the gameplay before I jump into the story and everything. The main gameplay loop is to get around the city. You're going to be parkouring a lot, and parkour in the older games is, well, it's more technical and more you have more control over it. It's slow at first, but it's smooth once you figure it out. It can be clunky at times, like a lot at times, almost purposely killing you at a lot of times. When I say technical, it's got like side jumps, back ejects, and you can like drop all the way down from a building and like grab, and when you jump you can control where you reach and where you grab. The combat is a majority of what you're going to be doing in the game. It's smooth and visceral. There's like a thing you can do where if you have the hidden blade, you can do counters with the hidden blade and it insta-kills everyone, literally everyone. And so that can be a tricky thing to master. I failed a lot. I kept trying to master how to counter kill, and that was one thing I kept trying to learn how to do. There are a ton of weapons in this game, an absolute ton, from axes and hammers to scimitars and swords, and there's even smaller weapons like daggers and knives and like fist weapons. One thing I really like about the game is, well, it is Assassin's Creed, so you do assassination missions, and what I like is, I'll go into depth further in this later on, but the assassinations, you do plan them out. They take multiple missions. But first I want to talk about one of the cool mechanics in the game is at some point in the game you get a villa to manage, and you eventually can take that from being absolutely nothing and making it this grandiose mega village town center that can earn you money and bring you revenue to buy items and health, and you can eventually like check out all the weapons and armor you've accumulated throughout the game, so it's like your home hub. And one thing I do love about this game is when you're planning out, when you're learning your missions and stuff, when you're planning out what you're doing, you work with contacts throughout the city, and they're named contacts. They're not just random ones like how they are in the first game. There's a few you work with: Paola, Bartholomew, Volpe, and Nicola, and your Uncle Mario. This game actually doesn't have as many modern day segments as Assassin's Creed 1, and I'm pretty sure it has fewer even than Brotherhood, which I'll talk about whenever I play and beat Brotherhood. Yeah, there was only like two I believe. Yeah. I'm going to talk about the modern day first. Well, the opening of the game, you are in Abstergo Industries building, and you pretty much escape with Lucy, and you're running through Abstergo, making your way out, and you gotta fight a bunch of guys. And after you fight a bunch of guys, she takes you to the assassin headquarters, and you get in the Animus, and you are born. Like Ezio was born. Not gonna talk about that yet. Anyways, the second modern day segment is after you've been playing as Ezio for a while, you come out of the Animus, and you have some of the bleeding effect on you, and you have to train and unlock these red lights, and you have the bleeding effect visions. And that's it. That's like really the only two modern day segments. You could talk to the characters when you're in the modern day. That's about it. There's nothing really to explore. There's no combat besides the mission in the beginning. Now the opening of the game when you get to play as Ezio it's a big fight scene after he's born, and it's like you against your like main rival, and you beat the crap out of them all. And then there's a beautiful opening of the game, which it is so beautiful. You climb up the church with your brother, and there's just a beautiful scene. And then it takes a dark turn after that. Your family is imprisoned, hung, murdered, and then right before they're murdered and hung, you climb the prison in which they're at, and your father's like, go into my house and get the trunk. So you get the trunk, and it's your assassin robes, and you go take the evidence to who you thought was your dad's friend, and it turns out he was a bad guy, but you didn't know that at the time. And he pretty much throws away your evidence, and your family is murdered. So then the game play actually starts there. The guy who you gave evidence to is your first target. You learn with Paola how to blend in socially, and you use the courtesans to sneak in and assassinate the guy. I can't remember his name. It's been too long. And it's the beautiful scene right after that, which is the opening of the video actually, which I hope you enjoyed that scene. I thought that opening was a beautiful speech. Well, now I'm going to talk about the assassination missions that you do, the main gist of the game, and what I like. I like how they take multiple steps, and the first guy is Emilio, and you work with Volpe, and it teaches you how to use the thieves, and the missions include you have to go around and kill a bunch of archers, and you'll replace them with his guys. And the main reason you're doing this is because he lives in a big old mansion, and it is guarded by a lot of guys, and you eventually also, after you kill all the archers and you put his men there to disguise as him, you learn how to just like super climb, like jump climb. And that's one of the main abilities you need in the game. That's when the game actually is playable, and you can climb really fast. And then after you do the archers and you have them disguised as them, you break in and you climb up his side of his building while all your archers are helping you rain fire on them. You sneak in, you assassinate him right in his own apartment, right in his own mansion, and that becomes your little, I don't know, another assassin den for the minute. And you eventually learn from him that there's more to it. They're gonna kill the Doge. You eventually learn that they're gonna kill the Doge. So you travel to Venezia. Venice. You find a bunch of the Templars there, so you trail them, and you find out that they do plan on killing the Doge. So you have to figure out a way to break in, because this place is even more guarded than the other one. So you flash back to when Leonardo had helicopter or a glider in the one scene. Ezio remembers that, and so he goes and he's like, "Hey, Leonardo, can I use that?" And he's like, "Sure, but I don't know how." And eventually you have to clear out these areas, and then the men will ignite fire pits, so you can use them when you're gliding to stay gliding in the air. And it eventually takes you all the way to the Doge's house, and it's too late. He gets poisoned, but you still kill the guy. I can't remember his name, but you kill him, and it's like, oh no, it's too late. We're gonna replace the Doge, and that's what they do. Actually, they end up replacing the Doge, but right before that, it's Carnival time. Woohoo! Carnival! Carnival! We like Carnival! And during Carnival, you get like a mask, and with the mask, you don't gain notoriety at all. So that's cool. You can run around and not gain notoriety unless you fight and stuff. So for the assassination of this one is you have to play games to win a golden mask to pretty much get into this party, but they cheat and they let Dante win. Even though you won all the games, they make it to where Dante wins. So you have to use the courtesans or whatever and steal the mask from Dante. Then you have to run away and sneak into the party. And when you're at the party, you have to pretty much stay sneaky until you can get a good shot on the evil Doge. And you use the gun because you get a cool gun, and you get to use that and you time it with the fireworks, and it's bing bada bing bada boom, bada bing bada boom, bada bing bada boom. And that is that guy dead. And so right after that, you learn about an army that you have to start building up. So you have to go rescue this guy named Bartholomew, and he is pretty much the leader of the warrior guys. So you have to go around and rescue all of his men from these cages, and then after that, you have to go kill Barbarigo's men, which is one of your targets. And after you kill all his men in different areas, Bartholomew's men are stationed there, and they help you out eventually, because this all leads to a citywide chase between Dante and Barbarigo, and you have to kill one, then you have to go and kill the other one through the city while they're running away from you, and you have to kill them both. And after you kill them both, you eventually learn that the Spaniard is in town. So Ezio kills one of the Spaniard's guards and disguises himself as one of the guards, and he has to sneak his way all the way to him, which leads kind of to a dope fight between Ezio and Rodrigo. Like, it's pretty dope. And then guards end up coming, so you have to fight the guards and Rodrigo. Then after you kill all them, Ezio's buddies come in, the assassins. They come in clutch to help Ezio. And so you're fighting with all those guys. You're pa 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 pa. Which then after the fight, Rodrigo, he runs away. He's like, run away, run away, run away. You then become an assassin. It's like this beautiful ceremony scene, and they induct you into the Brotherhood officially. So yeah, that's another cool game that you don't start as an assassin. Technically you are, but you're not. After that, they tell you to take the apple to Forlì because it is fortified, and there's walls. But when you end up going to Forlì, it's being attacked, so you have to help defend it and rescue her children, Caterina Sforza's children. After you do that, though, like a citywide battle. After you do all those and you fight all the guys, and you have to end up rescuing her children because they get kidnapped. And then after you do that, you kill the guys who kidnapped her children. You then get stabbed by one of the guys. The guy you just killed, he just stabs you right in the gut. And then after retrieving the apple, an evil monk, he takes it. He steals the apple. So this leads to you running around forwardly trying to learn about this monk, and you learn that his name is Savignoli, and this is kind of like a DLC that they included into the game. Adds like 2 extra sequences or whatever, and you have to kill all his men, and that takes a while. There's like 12. It's insane. And so you have to, they even put these springboards in, like this is the only time you get to use them. And so you have to go around the city and you have to take out each one of his guys, and you have to do them stealthy, because if you mess up and you don't do them stealthy, you have to start over, and it's a pain. It took me a little bit to do it, and some of them are like, if you didn't stock up on the throwing knives and stuff, because you need them. You would need them because there's so many guys. You have to kill 9 of them, and then after you kill 7 Yoli and reclaim the apple, you go to Rome, because Ezio's like, it's time, we're doing this. You have to sneak all the way through the Vatican. You have to sneak to the Vatican, and or you can fight your way to the Vatican. But once you make it to the Vatican, you have to sneak through, and once you're inside and you sneak through all your way, you find he's given a meeting, and you assassinate him, but it doesn't do anything, and this leads to a boss fight, which ends with Ezio sparing him and then opening the vault to unveil the Isu talking directly to Ezio and then Desmond all the way to the modern day. Now, what I would say about this game is it's awesome. I grew up playing this game. I would recommend 100%. It is worth playing. Yes, there are some annoying bugs with the parkour, and sometimes the combat can be annoying, but it is worth playing. 10 out of 10, 100, always. It is worth it, like 100%. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know. Subscribe for more, and until next time, peace out.
Us from the fire. If you can find them, if their work can be saved, so too might this world. Be quick, for time grows short, and guard against the cross, for there are many who will stand in your way. It is done. The message is delivered. We are gone now from this world. All of us. We can do no more. The rest is up to you, Desmond.
What? Who is Desmond? I don't understand. Please, wait. I have so many questions. What the fuck?